What's up? What's up? What it do? What it do? In the building. What's up, Fight Family? I see the Brits are in the building. Yo, and the new. What's up, Fight fans? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am always your host, Edwin, and where the war fight start. You know it. So, Fight Family, listen, let's not shy away from it. Let's talk about this. Man, it's got me interested and a little talkative right now, so that I even came back on live. So we're gonna break down what happened in this fight, what you think about this, and much, much more here at Round One Sports Talk. So lock in, tune in, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for me, and become a Round One Sports Talk member. And let's hop right into this episode. Let's go. Yo, right now, I want to. Oh shit! No, no, not here yet. He almost got me. Hold on. Right now, uh, hold on. I have to invite someone up here to the panel, and he has to come up here. And you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta eat some crow, buddy. You gotta eat some crow. Frontline, get your ass up here on the live. Let's go. The chat wants to ask you some questions, okay? All right, because you had a lot to say in this Super Matias fight front line. But yo, you can come out here, head high. We ain't got nothing to be ashamed about. We ain't got nothing to be ashamed about last night. You know, out there in New York City, the Puerto Ricans really showed up and showed out. I liked it. We had 5 fights. We won 4. All right? We won 3 by knocked out, and we got knocked out. You know, we lost the belt, but that's boxing. You know what I mean? People try to put you in a bubble, but we ain't gonna allow them frontline. We ain't gonna allow them. This is a boxing show, an educational boxing show. Although frontline is my biased Puerto Rican compadre, okay? He must have, you know what I'm saying? We hold on.
Hey,
Frontline, you gotta hear it. You gotta hear
dale.
it. I'm sorry for your man Subriel. Damn. We
Hey, we
man
lost
down.
it. We
Man
lost it.
down.
We lost it. No
Hey,
excuses. No excuses. We lost it.
that's right. That's right.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
shout out to Dalton. He did his thing. Much respect. People in the chat, go ahead. Y'all got it. Talk your
Yo,
shit.
listen,
There's nothing we can
let
say. Talk your
let him have
shit.
it. Let him have it, because he was gonna let you have it if he got it. But you see, that's the
Oh,
sport. That's the sport.
it
That's
is.
the,
It is.
that's the sport for you. Because lo and behold, this month is not even over, and guess what? Xander's going in for unification. Is he
Yep.
not?
Yep.
Right. So we have a chance to get that belt back in blood. All right. All right. So this
Yo,
is competition.
Gallo Fino.
This
Shout
is
out to you,
competition.
Papa.
Huh?
Shout out to you. Talk your shit. I gotta take it. There's nothing I can say. Y'all got
Hey,
it.
hey, yo,
Y'all
I
got it.
listen. When you lock yourself in on your favorite fighters and you put yourself, that's what's gonna come with it. You know, that's why, I have a boxing channel. I report all boxers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not always tied in with one guy, but does it hurt? Yeah, but it stings a little. Yeah, but for me, I'm reporting and I'm on to the next. Right now, I'm actually watching the Patriot game for once this season, right? This is literally like the longest I've watched football all season. And the reason why, not only is Camachito there with the Patriots, reporting with them, he was in the locker room interviewing them, but my family's at the game too. Shout out to my brother, Jose, Alex, Mikey, I don't want to, your wife's name. I don't wanna get too personal, but the whole family, the whole squad's out there in full Patriot gear, out there in Foxborough, rocking with the Patriots right now, watching the Chargers So I put the game on, you know what I mean? So to watch that. But look, that's what I mean. Life goes on, brother. Life goes on.
Hey, y'all got
Yeah,
it.
Matias
That's
fell short. It's all right.
absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
he did.
It's all right.
The Belanga
All
fell
right.
short. What can we do? Y'all
Yo,
got
and
it.
then Berlanga, we get the report on Berlanga. Speaking of which, right? Frontline, was that kind of shocking to you?
It was
That, wasn't it, huh?
that he turned the Resendez fight down.
He
Yep.
turned it down. And that Resendiz right now, I guess, is trying to go into negotiations now with what? Jaime Munguia or something?
Yeah, they're trying to give
Right?
Munguia the shot.
Right. They're trying
So
to get Munguia.
that'll be Mexican on Mexican crime.
Yeah, but I want to get invited to that party. That's for a belt. Let's stop playing and stop acting like, yo, Berlanga, what the fuck? Like, I need to hear from you, man. Like, what's going on? You like legitimately passed up on a world title? So like
Uh,
that has me a bit concerned.
I can't speak on because he's been quiet on social media too. So
Oh yeah, he's
yeah,
been
so
quiet.
I don't know, but I haven't really
Right,
heard much
right,
from him. You know what I mean? So
right.
I can't say much about it. But right now, what's at stake is Matias lost. That's it.
Yeah. No, you know.
And I ain't gonna lie, because Edwin, we talked behind the scenes earlier after you did your morning live,
Oh, you did? Okay.
and what did I tell you?
What?
I said, "Damn, I can't even pop up. I couldn't even pop up on your panel because
Nah, that shit hurts, brother.
I no, it's
If
not that
you're
it
a
hurts. It's
real
just
fan to a fighter, that's gotta sting. If it doesn't affect you in any way, I don't think you were emotionally connected or a fan. When I left, I told you, I talked about these moments. When I left that New York City, Madison Square Garden with Felix Trinidad, the night he lost, bro, I secretly cried in the car. I was just
I
wanted
ain't
to
do all
be.
that. But
Yo, listen. I like lean to the side like this, bro, and a glimpse of a tear poured out right here on the side like that. I was in a full car full of dudes that were silent. It took the air right out of our night. Like we were ready to party. You know what I'm saying?
Melasa, I see you again, bro. Me and Melasa's been on every freaking Puerto Rican live today. We was
Nah,
with
it's
Cesar
like
Salceda.
they think we're
Yo, we was with Cesar
the
Salceda and
voice people, bro.
Filósofo.
like,
We went
I
to
get it,
fucking El
man.
Brocas del Boxeo. We've been on every freaking podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, matter of fact, I just text Keith Cologne's dad. Um, and I want to get him back on the show and talk to him about his victory. And I even told him like tonight, I was like, yo, if you ain't doing nothing right now, like, so I'll see what he say. If he say anything back to me about that, he ain't got back to me yet.
hey Kane,
Damn, I got like a
I
hundred and
never
some
said
messages.
I
Damn,
never
see,
said I would change
this
my
is me.
avatar.
This is me, bro. My look, that shit is all for unchecked messages. Just it's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey
But
Kane, he said frontline. Hey bro, didn't you say you were gonna change your avatar to Dalton if he won? All good, mate. It wasn't me though. It wasn't me. I would never change my avatar for nothing. I would never put
yo,
that bet.
I believe that was Koki.
I think it was Koki.
I think Koki said he would put his emblem at. Yo, I remember that shit.
It was Koki. I think. I don't
Oh,
know. I don't know. But that's funny. Let me
that's
catch. Hey, let me catch.
crazy.
Let me catch up with the chat
Hit the chats. Hit the chats one
because
time.
they
Let's
got a
go.
lot to say. So
They got a lot to say.
yo,
Hey, yo, frontline.
what's up?
He needs some frontline.
Yeah,
Needs some
man.
milk right now.
Yo, old wizard, salute round one.
Salute.
Gallo Fino, he's got the Brit flag up. Shout out to Gallo Fino.
Yeah.
Back to the island, says Gallo Fino. Gallo
Damn.
Fino plus 400 KO on Matias. I know y'all don't win shit. Laughing
Oh,
emoji. Okay,
okay.
talk your shit.
Go ahead. You do
Ka-
your thing, baby.
Kane Mack says, "Good day, fellas. I told you Dalton was a threat. Much respect from
Oh, hell
UK.
yeah.
Yo, much respect, Kane. Much
Yeah.
love too, and congratulations.
Yep.
Gallo Fino, Island Boys lost. a champ. Y'all happy about beating nobodies. Laughing emoji.
So all
I
right, we'll
replied
take
to
it.
him. This was before I hopped on. I said,
Yep.
Gallofino, keep that energy on the next PR championship fight. Y'all got this one. That's what
Yeah,
I
no,
told
no,
him.
no, no. Look. Let me tell you something right now, right? One of our fighters is still rocking 100% knockout ratio. He's a kid that has 8 fights. You guys put him in
Whoa, whoa,
and
whoa,
got
whoa,
him
whoa.
tested.
Correct that. Correct that.
What?
9 fights and 9 KOs as of yesterday.
No, as of yesterday, what he went into the fight 8.
Yes.
But you got to judge
Yes.
him for what he went into the fight for. I can't give him credit for the 9 yet at that moment. So he only had 8 fights. That's what you got to judge it though. He has 8 fights, 8 knockouts, and now last night 9 fights, 9 knockouts, 100%. Now, does that mean anything under 9, 10 fights? No,
Nope.
no, it doesn't. But
But
is it a great start?
absolutely.
You're goddamn right, and we're gonna give the kid his credit. So you might try to diminish what we did as a whole and put our night solely on one guy. That would be your mistake. That would be your because there was a lot of parties still happening in New York City with guys that got victories. Some guys went to the hospital and some guys went to parties. But in New York City, Keith Cologne and they had a great night. They had a wonderful night. So, although you try to shit on these fighters from your couch and diminish what they did from your couch, this young man has 100. And by the way, he's a good kid. He's in college. He's doing his thing. He's a he has a bright future ahead of him in or out of boxing. So, I judge him as a whole. Yeah, we had a great night. Unfortunately, Subrita came short. It's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Yo,
let me catch up because there's a lot of trash talking. Hold
hit
on, hold
it.
on, hold on,
Hit
hold on,
it.
and hold on,
Hit it,
hold on.
baby. Hit it.
Gallo Fino, he's on fire. Gotta get, hey, Gallo Fino, shout out, my brother. Shout out. He said money off to the island boy head. Um, and then I replied, I said, enjoy that island boy paper.
All
Guy
right.
Gallo says Zayas is the next island boy going to lose. Watch. I put the laughing emoji. Then Gallo says, then Shakira, he's talking about Shakur, is going to lose. We gonna beat Shakira too. That's what Gallo says. Gallo's on fire. Where that loudmouth at, clown? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm showing my. Well, I'm not showing my face, but I'm talking my
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
right back. Let me see where we at. Where we at? Where we at? Yes, y'all do. Says Gallo. Y'all lost the belt. Yes, we did. Oh, Wizard, shout out. Salute Frontline. Gallo, llorar y llorar. Cry, cry, cry. I'm precisely. I never thought highly of Matias. That's your opinion. Cool. I know he's got a terrible defense, but you know what? His offense makes up for that. Gallo Fino, Puñeta, Los Berlanga, Part 2. Clown emoji and a shocked emoji.
You got that?
I read that one. Frontline, you win some, you lose some. That's how it goes, mate. Shout out to Kane. Zaya's gonna lose too. Clown emoji. Zayas is next, clowns. Okay, keep that energy on the 31st. I want to see you here, tuned in. I'm precisely that style won't last long in boxing at higher levels. I kind of disagree with that because he's a two-time champion. He's been down before, and if he continues his career, I don't know where it goes from here. But if he does, I can see him champion again. I don't count him out.
For Subriel?
Zay,
Yeah, I don't count him
yes.
out. I don't
So
count him out.
Gallo says Zayas is next again. Richard saludo. He says Subriel Matías perdió, pero lo sigo apoyando. Puñeta, Puerto Rico flag. That's
Show
right.
that Puerto Rican love, baby. Show that Puerto Rican love.
Gallo again. Belanga part 2. Zayas is a tough ass fight too. He is in a tough ass fight.
Yep.
We're not underestimating bad ass. What's his name? Bass,
By Asserly? Yeah.
Abbas.
Abaz. Abaz. Abaz.
Zayas is in a tough fight. When
Yeah,
I
no,
when I
I think he's in a tough fight. I really do believe that. I believe that Xander, um, you know, he better be on his A game with this kid. Um, I think that Xander, rightfully so, uh, he stands a good chance to win in this fight too. I got my money on Xander because not only because he's Puerto Rican though, but I just know more of him. I've seen more of Xander's fights. I'm more familiar with Xander. I don't like to like choose a side with that, and not being really so familiar with Basru. I saw some of his highlights, but like I say to you guys, that's not a good way to judge a person because they're showing the best of what he can do. You don't really see his flaws, you know. So it's not, you really got to go back and watch it. But regardless, when we pick, what we're actually doing is taking hypothetical guess. You really don't know who's gonna win. So in actuality, I'll see you guys at the fight. It doesn't matter to me because I'm not putting money on it. But as reporting boxing, I gotta break down uh Barus, and as we get closer, I'm gonna give you a real good breakdown and assessment of what I really feel what Xander's in for. I look, I think that Xander's a hell of a fighter. I can see he's going through a transition in his life. He slowly started like cutting the braids out. He had for so many years, he had the braids that he started to develop like that braid line. And people thought like he had a scar on the back of the head. They were like, what's that line in the back of his head for a couple fights? And that was them braids being twisted. It makes that crease. And that's common, right? And that'll last a long time, like a year or 2 years almost, that line in your head until your hair gets back in place. So you could see that he was starting to make a transition. He didn't want the braid look no more. All of a sudden they started making jokes because he started going through that phase where he had like a puffed out, and then he had the Carlitos way slick back, because he's letting his hair grow out. But you could see that he's starting, you see the facial hair, his body, and like, yeah, man, he's
you got to
growing
see
up
him
in the
now.
sport.
You got to see
He's
him
growing
now.
up. Yeah, yeah, he's growing up in the sport, and I think as he ages and grows up, he's gonna even become a better, more dangerous fighter. Because with each fight, you can see that fighters like him, Xander, he's a true student of the game. You know who Xander reminds me of, and who he reminds me of Xander is that Vargas kid, El General. They got
Emiliano.
the they got the same DNA. They're students of boxing. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? No tattoos, no jewelry like that, suits.
Very
Like,
humble.
yeah, no, they remind me of each other. Like they have that kind of spirit. They're teachable. They're you next time you see them, a better version. As long as no me lo dañe, as
Yeah.
long as they stay the course, they have the potential of being great champions. We never know outside interference, women, sex, drugs, it's the common thing.
Yeah.
But
Hey
if these
Gallo,
fighters can stay the course,
Gallo, by the
that's
way,
real.
it wasn't a no mas. It was a ref stoppage. Subriel or his
It
team
was a
didn't say no mas.
TKO. It was a
It was a
TKO.
TKO. It wasn't a no
Technical
mas.
knockout. It's ruled in the rule book. Yeah, the official ruling is a TKO stoppage.
Right. It wasn't a no mas.
Yeah, no, it was no mas means that you quit like you threw in the white flag type shit.
Hey, and
That's a no
Kane,
mas.
my bad. I did say UK, but he said he's from Australia. My
Australia.
apologies. Yeah, I saw that. No, because I think after
Yeah.
I might have seen the flag wrong. My apologies. He's from Australia. I said shout out to UK, and
Mhm.
I thought
Oh,
he
it
was from
don't
UK.
matter. Both of them beat us.
Yeah,
Australians beat
yeah, Paro, yeah, Paro.
Otto.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah,
he's just
yeah.
with them. He's just with them. That's all.
Yeah, Kane, you the enemy right
I
now.
don't know if Frontline picked up on that, but as soon as you said Australia, I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, yo,
Carlito
y'all
in the
got
building. He
our
says,
number right now. Shout out to y'all. Good, cool,
yeah.
man. Hey, you
Carlito
know?
says salute to everyone. Oof, we lost, but it's all good. All
Yeah,
good comes
yeah.
with the sport. Congrats, Dalton.
Yeah, yeah, man. Look, there are a lot of other fighters. Now, check this out. This is how, isn't this the typical way we start off every year, right? And in the beginning of the year, I usually was making predictions. I kind of stopped that in recent year. But look, my year, my prediction now, who's gonna be the fighter, the all-time fighter to put his foot in his mouth and have the worst performance of the year? Meaning, you know how other fighters, as the year starts to go along, and with every fight concluded, who do they ask? Other fighters of how that fighter did in the ring. And fighters have a lot to say when they haven't fought yet in the year. You see? So I want to see what fighter gets on and says, yeah, Subriel looked like this, like shit. This, he got rocked. I told you he was nothing. I want to see which fighter pours it on the thickest and which one gets knocked out the most brutalist. Who do you think it's going to be? Because as the list goes, Devin's going to give his replies. Teal's going to give his reply. Watch, you'll see them one by one. They'll all say something about it. And
Well,
then guess what?
Haney already started.
Did he? Did he?
Oh, did he?
Guess I haven't seen anything. But guess what? Guess what? Don't worry. Because somewhere in this year, you're going to have your night. You are definitely going to have your night. And brother, I wish you the best. I wish you the best. I don't wish what happened to Subir to no fighter. Hell no. Not out of even just like anger. Nah, because that hurts. That hurts. And I know a lot of fans are like, we're deeply committed and big fans of Subir Matias. You know, when you're devoted and you're that committed, those kind of moments will hurt you. You know what I'm saying? I literally cried when Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. But Mike Tyson was my fucking hero. We talked about this. When I was a kid for the USA, he made me walk outside feeling tough. You know, Mike was that dude. And when he got knocked, that shit hurt. That shit hurt, bro. And Phoenix, that moment too, that shit hurt too. Bad. You know, and I didn't want to talk to nobody. You know, and that's just being a fan. Today I report boxing. I report boxing, all the drama, the ins and out, as much as I can get. You know what I'm saying? And I bring it to you. And you guys talk to me. You know what I mean? And we talk boxing. That's what we do. Don't forget to hit
Hey,
that like button.
Puerto Rico's not down though. We
Nah,
got
we
we
ain't
got
down.
we
We ain't down. Yeah, boy.
yo.
Well, in a sense, we are.
But
And
we
we
lost one
lost the
title.
belt.
We
You
lost the
gotta
belt.
call it what it is. We down. We down. Not bad. We down. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like if you took a hit in your business, but you didn't lose the complete business, maybe this warehouse got struck by lightning, burnt down. But we got the factory. Because guess what? We still have more world champions. We have a unified current world champion right now in Oscar Collazo. He has
And
two belts.
René Santiago, El Chulo.
He has two belts. So we good. We still got product. It's not like everything was riding on Subir Latias, like everything is riding on Adrian Adames.
Carlos Adames.
Carlos Adames, sorry, Carlos Adames. It's not
And we
like
about to
everything's
unify on the
riding on
31st.
Carlos Adames. We're not in that situation.
And we about to unify on the
We could
31st.
afford to lose a belt. Yeah, we don't want to, but if we had to, we still good. We still come into the competition with champions, unified champions. How many countries got unified champions currently? Stand up. Show me your unified champions. Tell me.
Hold on,
Does Mexico got unified champions?
Hold on, we
Does
got haters in the
Italy?
building.
Does Italy? Does France? Does China? What about Turkey? What about fucking Peru, Panama? What about Japan? Japan got a fucking undisputed, so there's your answer. Like, where's these rest of these countries, right? So pump y'all brakes, you know what I'm saying? Frontline, you won't catch it, but still, look,
Yo,
it is what it is.
I'm here. We're not hiding. We're not hiding.
You gotta speak up, Frontline. You gotta let them know.
We're not hiding.
Got fighters in your stable. You know what I mean?
Yo, we listen. Look. You saw what Keith Colon did yesterday.
Yeah.
You saw what Manny Rodriguez did. I mean, he's fight.
Oh
He might.
yeah. No.
It's a possible a title
Stop.
fight. His
Stop right
next
there.
time.
Right there. Remember the breaking news we did get
Yes,
information that if he won this fight, what was he gonna get?
a title fight.
See what I'm saying? So now Manny's next fight is gonna be for a title fight. And Camachito let that out because he's back there with his managers and his promoter. So this is already in the works. He wins that fight. They already said you got this guy next.
Hey, Mick, keep that energy on the 31st. I want to see you here. Don't hide. We not hiding.
Hey yo, Mick, slow down, Mick, right? Because don't make me pull your card, champ, right? You had Subriel in the fight. Stop it. Stop it. You came up on my show and you picked Subriel. Because your boy pulled it off, Mick, you can beat your chest, but like a small beat, like this, Mick, like boom, boom, and that's it. You know what I mean? I don't want to expose you. You know what I mean? Mick, I fucking love you. Hey, yo, I can't let my boy Frontline be out here in the battleground taking it all, but
Hey, it
hey,
is what it is.
listen, look. Hey, yo, that's why Frontline, man. I just love all boxing, man. You know
I
what I
do
mean?
too. I do too.
And that's why
And
I
you got to
gave
take the good
Dalton
with the bad.
Smith. That's why I gave Dalton Smith his credit. I said, what did I say? I said, but man, you know, so Brian wants to win, and shout out to my people. But Dalton Smith, this is his moment. This is his night. These are his dreams too. He's
Yeah.
fought his entire career to get to this moment, to get this opportunity. And I said, if Dalton Smith was to fall, give him his credit, right? Not only did he not fall, he knocked out Subriel Matias. He stopped him. He didn't knock him out like straight knock him out, but he TKO'd him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, right? What Dalton Smith did, he put himself on the map. So the next time he's in a fight, they say, hey, Dalton Smith, who did you fight? I fought a world champion, a two-time world champion, and I stopped him. That's who I fought. Who'd you fight? Right? So now Dalton Smith, he's in the room. Now he's got a target on him. You know how popular those WBC world titles are. Everybody's going to want to crack at him, you know?
Hey,
So
Julio, that's a broad question.
what do you mean? What's he saying?
He said, who is the next Latino star? When you say Latino, are you talking about, South America, Central
Yeah,
America,
are you talking
Mexico,
about
Puerto
Mexico?
Rico,
Because are you talking
Cuba?
about our cousins? Are you talking about Dominica?
That's a
What do you?
broad question.
Yeah, what Latinos fighting? Spaniards? What? Panama? What do you? Who? Because we're all included.
If you're talking
We're
Puerto
strong
Rico,
together. Latino boxing as a whole, we fucking make up a good fucking. I don't know, like what, like 40% of boxing. You would say,
yeah,
like
yeah.
just all of us. And I don't think you could do boxing without all these Latin countries. We're fucking gladiators. All up and down every division. There's some Latin fighter, bro, rocking out. Some Latin country rocking out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You got you got small countries that get great champions too every once in a while. And that gotta be the shit. You know what I mean? Because in America, it's so big and so many stars, you got a lot to compete against. In those countries, sometimes if you can come out and be the man and separate yourself at least from your island born native countrymen, the whole country kind of get behind that one dude.
Okay,
So
he clarified it. He said, Latino is all of the above. Who do you think is the next star? Oof, that's
oof.
tough. I mean,
Bam Bam Rodriguez is good.
Mexico
Bam
got a
Bam's got to
shitload
be
of good fighters.
Yeah, Bam Bam's got to be a worthy name in there. I know a lot of shit comes behind with Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, well,
He,
he dug. So look, so Mister Quick right now, he just said, Oscar's ruining the Boots Virgil fight. Oscar's
yeah,
demanding 60-40 split in favor
yeah,
of
he is.
Virgil,
He is.
with
He
no
really
less than
is.
a 7-0 payday.
Hey, yo, Boots, beat the brakes off that man, Boots. Yo, go drag. Yo, give him the money, Boots. Give him the 60-40 and get your shine off knocking him out and stopping him, Boots. You
Yo,
really want respect, Boots, and a good name? Yo, he's an undefeated fighter. That O is almost just his value as a belt. His O. Boots, give him the money, bro. Fuck it. Sometimes, Boots, right? You got to make sacrifices to get where you need to be. If you can knock him, yo, call Oscar's bluff to see if he really wants to smoke. Give it to him. Give him 60. Oh, you want 60-40? Take it. And 5% goes to the winner. So you could turn that 40 into 45. Right? That's what Oscar said. I saw the interview. Boots, give him the money and bust his ass, bro. Go
Yo,
over there and bust his ass.
Edwin, I
Right?
got a question for you. How long
What?
does it take? How long does it take a sanction, not a sanctioning body, the alphabet organizations like the WBO, WBC, WBA, or the
Yep.
IBF to make a belt for the champion after they win? It usually takes what, a month or so, or a couple weeks.
It's like you'll get it within 2 weeks, depending on what part of the world you live on.
So tell me this. Tell me this. Isn't this some type of la mano negra, like we say in PR? Dalton Smith got his belt handed to him in Times Square today,
I know that. I saw that. I saw
and it
that.
was already made.
Okay, so the WBC is that's why you pay that much more money when you fuck with the WBC because they're punctual like that. The WBA will mail you your belt in 2 weeks, a week. The WBO will do the same. The IBF, shit like that. The belt that he had maybe would have been if you were fucking with another organization, they would have had to borrow Subir Matias's belt to do that, to do it. But the belts they gave Dalton Smith in Times Square with that coach belt, those were all brand new. Those weren't
Yes.
Subria's belts.
No, I
So
know.
they already had the moment prepared. They already had the moment prepared. Whichever team was going to win this, Subria's coach was going to get that green belt, and Subria was going to get his new one. It was going to be right there. That's why you fuck with the organization like the WBC and you pay that extra money because they're a non-bullshit organization. That's why when you get in the ring and you win, they have WBC T-shirts and hats made. Dalton Smith had a WBC hat. When have you ever seen the WBA do that? The WBO. Do you got a WBO shirt? Have you seen it? What's it look like? What's an IBF shirt look like and hat? What's that look like? They
No, I
only
never
give you
seen
a
them.
patch. But when you're
Hmm.
fucking with the Rolls Royce of the belts, they got everything on point. They got the night when they pulled up with Terrence Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez. Did they mail them the ring or did they have the ring there? Did they mail them the belt or did they have the other tricked out belt there? That's why you pay that much money for their belt. Their organization is just better. Their belt is just better. That's why they treat their fighters better. They might not ever give everybody the they might do fuckery with the ranking system and they pick and choose. And if you're popular, yeah, that's the bullshit behind WBC. But the way that they conduct themselves is better than everybody else. What coach belt does the WBO hand out? I've never seen it. What coach belt does the IBF hand out to your coach so that he can feel like he did something too? The WBC makes a coach belt that he puts around his shoulder. They, the mother organization don't do that shit. That's why they the best.
Hey Wilson, I get it in them sports. Yeah, they have them pre-made, but
Yeah.
that's shirts and hats.
But
The
in
trophies,
but
the
in
trophies are
boxing,
universal.
right? But check it out. In boxing, the tradition, I'm not sure if some of you guys know this, but I'll break it down. The tradition is you must wear the guy's belt you just beat. I gotta get photographed in the ring with his belt. The reason why is okay. First of all, you beat a champion. That was the champion's belt. He wore that belt. And if he made title defenses, they're gonna go on these things right here, the plates. How many title defenses on each side? They trick out the front. They'll put more diamonds for every victory. And if you want, you keep along with the tradition, and that belt is strong. So what that says is if you beat him, you take a picture with all his accomplishments. I beat that kind of champion. Read it. That's what's really going on in the ring. You're supposed to be photographed. Now, after you celebrate, you take a picture. Now, the mockery is you're taking a picture with his belt. He doesn't want to see that in Sports Illustrated. You're raising his belt with all his accolades. You just defeated him. That's what you want as a boxer. Then, what you do behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know, the ceremony must be complete. I got to go to your locker room, knock on the door, and hand you back your belt. That's not my belt. That's your legacy and your belt, your trophy. You're gonna put it on your office in your house or something. That's yours. So the ceremony is I gotta give you back that belt. Then they mail me my new belt that there's never been any sweat on it. He didn't have it wearing it with his wife. You know what I mean? Doing the hanky panky with the belts. Dudes do crazy shit, right? Okay. So you get a fresh belt. And the reason why they send you a fresh belt is because now you start your own legacy. You start to write with every win and victory, and you start to trick out your belt. With every win, your belt tells a story. So when you beat that guy, you need to be shown with his belt around your shoulder. That's that's the way it goes. That's the warrior way. You got to show what kind of champion you just beat. You got to be photographed with his belts. Then you got to give it back like that.
Okay. Let me see. Let me catch up here. Carlos says, will PR go 2-1 this month? Xander and
Yeah.
Shakur 31st must wins.
Yo, we're gonna win with Shakur too. We gonna get that belt with Shakur. We gonna take Tio's belt away. All right, Shakur's Puerto Rican, right? We're gonna take that belt. We're gonna win that other belt with Xander, and we're gonna be up here rocking in a few. You know what I'm saying? And then I gotta go back to my senses, right? And I gotta cover boxing because I can only stay at the party for a little while. Then I gotta go back to work because and then Naoya Inoue is gonna come around, start fighting Juto and shit, and we gonna be rocking. Yo, yo. Nah, but that's what it is, man. Boxing, brothers, boxing. We have a lot of it coming up right now. You know, we got Andy Cruz and Morataya coming up too in between time. So and there's a lot of good fights coming out, on that card. Not really familiar with everybody on the card, but still, um
You,
and
Edwin, you dropping the link today or no?
yeah, you guys want to talk? You guys want to chop it up? You guys want to come in and say a couple words
Well,
in
Melasa,
between?
he's showing
Or
his
no?
face. He's not scared.
Nah. Never
Melasa,
scared.
Melasa's my guy. Stop it. Matias ain't scared of nobody.
Nobody.
Shakira not winning, says Gallo Fino. Wilson says, no. Teal destroying Shakur, Papa. We'll see about that.
Hey, yo, somebody go help your boy Two Tone too. That dude, once again, he's talking me up again. I'm getting these texts again right now. I'm on the live. I'm seeing it right now. Like, yo, the playback, right? Yo, Tone, bro, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, Tone, I don't do drugs, bro. If you're trying to get me to come out and say, like, if I do it so you can ask me so that you could be alone with me somewhere, bro, you're creepy, bro. No, I don't like dudes. Nah, bro. I don't want to be part of your club with your Dakota ring. Nah, I don't want to hang out with you. Nah, none of that, bro, dog. Like, nah, like this dude is like every day he got to talk about us. Yo, he's up on his live stream saying that we was all geeked out on the live stream that me, Jay, Camacho, all of us that we had to be drug tested and shit. Yo, this dude is crazy, man. Like, dude, like, nah, we don't do that, bro. Is that a secret way for you to say, or if somebody says, "Yeah, I do it," so that you can know, so that you can come ask them on the low? Is that what you? Is that how you come at dudes? Is I don't know, bro. I don't know if he's trying to do this for like pickup or if he's mad because some of his subscribers come watch me. Y'all can go back to him. You know what I'm saying? But if you watch me, it's because you fuck with me, right? Yo, my man is like, I don't know, man. He's looking sad.
Hey, Julio wants to know who has a higher ceiling, Xander or Emiliano El General.
Yeah, yo, my man. I saw his video, bro. Yo, he's sad. He's just sad. Anyway, Miliano, what was that?
Who has a higher ceiling, Xander or Emiliano?
That's a tough one.
It
That's that
is.
that's a tough one because
Emiliano's
um
still young. I mean, not young,
yeah,
but he's young in his
and
career.
Xander already became world champion, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, yo, my man, like that's tough because in this game, you know what I mean? Look, let's be honest. You know what I mean? Let's be honest, right? There were a lot of fighters that could have had crazy careers. They had great starts. AB. AB was a 3 division world champion and a hell of a talent. What happened to him? It wasn't because of his real skills in the ring, because they started to diminish, but we knew what happened to AB. He didn't stay the course. Had he stood the course, I think AB could have had a great career, like a real, like a dominant, good Hall of Fame type career type, up there, and that's really unfair because I see, like I said, they're cut from the same cloth. I see that kid. I really have a lot of expectation for Vargas. I really do. I like that kid, and like I just said, I just mentioned, they have a lot in common. Where they like Xander and him, they have that aura. They don't look alike, they don't fight alike like that, but they have that kind of aura where, you could see they were young men and they have chosen their own personality. They're walking to the beat of their own drum because in Vargas's case, his father, his brothers, even the cat at home got tattoos. Everybody's tattooed the fuck up from the neck down, right? But he's clean. You can see he didn't wasn't influenced by the chains that he grew up around and the lifestyle. He walks to his own beat of his own drum because he quickly could have been just like them. He could have quickly been like, yeah, I'm gonna follow suit like my dad. My dad got all these tattoos. I'm gonna have all these tattoos. Wow, I didn't even see you guys in there. I got both of you.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and then Xander, you look at him, like, he still lives with his mom type shit. He hadn't had a girlfriend. Did you see these interviews with this kid? He's like, I don't have time for girls. It's
Ese
all about
maricón.
me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he's just dedicated.
no,
I'm
his
pretty
family is
sure
treating him
he got
like
that
a
girl that comes
gallo,
by. He got
like a
that
pure
one or two
horse.
girls that come by
No,
because he's a
he's
handsome kid.
focused. He's focused. He's
You know what I'm
focused.
saying?
He's been
Yeah,
brought
that
up
kid
right by his
handsome,
Like
parents.
these
pipes
protrillos
you down. So
in Kentucky over there, the race horses, they're training Sander Sayas like that.
yeah,
Like a
yeah.
potro, like. So of course, I don't
So
want you to have girlfriends
between
at
him and
17, 18.
Vargas, between him and Vargas, if you ask me, I have high hopes for both of them. They're equal in my book. I don't
Yeah,
have one over the other. No.
right now they are right there. They got ceiling.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
to reach,
Time will
yes, they
tell.
got
That's a
ceiling.
question. Time will start to tell. And if one really pulls away from the other, like Devin Haney pulled away from his contemporary, no matter how he got it, no matter what he did, Devin Haney was only 23 when he was undisputed. He pulled away from Tank Davis, Tio, Ryan. He pulled away from all of them. He went to the head of the pack. So that's what I mean. If Xander does something like that, or if the Vargas kid does something like that he pulls away, then I'll be like, okay, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
getting one belt is just hard enough, bro. One belt.
Bro,
I know guys fighting 10 years haven't got a world title fight.
Edwin, You know what? I'm very happy. Like I met you guys. I met you, and we can talk
Yeah,
boxings. I
we
tell you
talk.
what I feel. You tell me what you feel. You break it down. I met Frontline. I met but all of you guys. I don't know you personally, right? We don't know each other personally, but we create a community and stuff, and I like it. You guys are my guys. Like I was like, let me close the day where I started, because remember you start early streaming
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
morning and we
yeah.
stay for a minute. So then I was with Frontline all day in all these chats and stuff like that. Then I saw you open. I gotta say, let me close the day where I started.
Yeah, man.
Ever.
No, no, no. It's just like in situations like this, brother. Even being a fan, you got to take the good with the bad. You got to understand what sport you're promoting, you're choosing. This is a blood sport. In every sport, your favorite basketball team, can lose, get kicked off before the playoffs. They're not in it. You're gonna get trash talking. That's just typical fans 101. But what I don't want is like the race cars to start coming in, the mom jokes, things like that.
Yo, Carlo, Melasa, what's up,
That
brothers?
people use to get
What's
clicks,
up, bro?
clicks
What's
and
up,
likes.
y'all?
What up, Carlos? How you doing, brother? How you?
Hey, man.
Yo, are you good?
Que la que hay, man. I
Are
just
you
wanted to
good?
join
Lucky.
in, man. Tomorrow I gotta get back to work, and
Yeah,
quería aprovechar este momento.
yeah,
Oh man, it's boxing is a sweet and sour sport, man.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
brother.
And it was at the end of the day, I enjoyed the fight. That pay-per-view did not uh froze up. It was all clear. It was all good
Right,
for something to start off the year. I ain't
right.
complaining, honestly. Congratulations to Dalton Smith. He had to travel. He had to go to enemy territory to get that
Yeah,
belt.
man, he did it.
And you know, my fighter lost. It is good. It is what it is. One champion falls, but another is crowned. A new one is crowned. But what I did after that, shit, I went out to the streets and just fuck some hoes, man. I had to,
That's it, baby.
I had to do.
Take it out.
I
Blow some
He's like, hey,
steam.
you know
blow off
what I
the
mean? Like,
steam. You
what's
know what
wrong
I
with you? Damn.
Why you so
mean?
angry?
Yo, frontline, do me a favor before I let Hugo go on his rant because he just joined the paddle. Can you catch up on the chat?
You don't speak for the UK. Hugo, please, please,
Nah,
Yo,
bro,
listen.
please.
look, hold on, though, look.
Hold up, Hugo. I just
Hold
asked
on.
frontline to read the chat.
See,
Stop.
Read
before
the
we start
chat.
that
Read the
shit,
chat.
Read the chat.
I come and he doesn't want to let me speak.
Yo, Hugo, don't get on mute now. Don't
Yeah.
get on mute. Let
Read
me
the
read the
chat,
chat
frontline.
and we'll
I
catch
got
up.
my hand on the mute button right now. If he says one word, it's going down. It's going down. Go ahead, frontline. Read the chat.
Yo, Gallo Fino, every time Teal is the underdog, he wins. He's plus 210. Please
Ooh.
put money on Shakira so we win more.
Shakira. You mother.
Next problem says he's just trolling, bro. It's all love, Ron one. I think he's talking about Two Tone.
Yeah, but
Um,
no, it's not all love, bro. You don't attack my characteristic and say that all of us are on drugs. That Ness needs to. That's not all jokes. Like you're calling me a fucking addict or something or some. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if I'm one of them type dudes and shit, I must be one of the flyest motherfuckers on the planet. But like, because he's doing that, you know what I think he's actually doing? Like, he's salty and he's like trying to diminish anybody that watches me that followed him from there, like that. When you're like just doing something pretty good, they're like, I don't know, they rub off, like pause, rub you the wrong way or something. Maybe I rub him the wrong way. I never came at him like that or anything, but that's not jokes. He literally was saying that Camachito and that dude Jay Smooth, the way he was like all hyped up, calling, he was like, yo, look at him. He's on that stuff, like Jay Smooth, Swift. And that's not cool. You're not going to say that about my guest. Like, and say that about Camachito and his wife that's in. Like, these people were in New York doing real reporting. For him to get up there and start saying that about people, you're not making jokes. You're attacking their character. You know what I'm saying? Do we see that? Do we say that every time he breathes, he's so fat that do we talk about him like that? No. Do we say that you can see the pork coming out of the side of his pores? No. Do we say that every time he stands up, he releases a kraken? Because you know that ass crack is long. Come on, bro.
Oh
Like
man,
yo,
man.
all he does is criticize other people. Yo, what's that dude's name? Treese, right? That the brother that goes to the TVV. Yo, he be rocking him with this video. That nigga on dope, and he got him like passing out like this. Like his gimmick is downing people by saying that they're on a substance.
Yeah, but
Like
that's the definition of a troll, though. Honestly, it is. He
Yeah,
just trolls.
he's trying
that's
to
It,
crazy
rage bait you.
though.
it,
I don't find that humorous.
nah, some
Yeah,
people do though. Some people do.
I'm a
yeah.
bit
People.
But
older, I guess. I
but
mean,
yo,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
you.
got
find
you
that
got you got a
humorous
lot
at
of chats
all.
here. Let me catch up. Let me catch up.
Yeah,
Xander, I'm better than Emiliano. Xander has better IQ, says Wilson. Bree says coffee is a drug. It was Maidana, says Wilson. Maidana was his kryptonite, talking about AB.
yeah.
Uh, Richard says El General Vargas, the Bulto killer. Q-
Damn.
Mm.
QS says, I think the ref could have let the fight continue for a bit more and maybe
Yeah.
stopped it if he saw Matias might get hit with something again.
All right,
Uh,
stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Check this out, guys. Check this out, right? I make no excuses for no one. If this was anybody else fighting and they got knocked down, had this been Dalton Smith and Subriel did
hey,
this to
Miss
him,
Donaida is in the building.
Mira, she's
Ra-
here.
yeah, Rachel, the link is in the chat if you want to hop on.
Hold on,
She want
guys.
Rachel
Bro.
United.
Hold
Hey,
on,
yo,
bro,
Yeah.
bro.
cállate for
Let me speak though,
Europe.
brother. Let me speak though, brother.
Dale, dale,
Hold
dale,
on.
dale,
Wait,
Huguito,
wait,
dale,
Ah, see,
wait.
there
Huguito.
you guys go, bro. Yeah. Oh
This is
man.
my
Come on.
show. Up, mute it. Okay, listen. He got muted. He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen. I was in a monologue. Chill. This is my show.
Go
No,
on, bro.
listen,
He
listen.
thirsty.
Okay, guys. Look. Let's talk about it, right? Had this been anybody else, and this is no bullshit, right? This is what I saw when Subriel Matias got knocked down by Dalton Smith, and the referee told Dalton Smith to go to the corner. He went to check on Subriel. Subriel got hit hard. He got clipped right here in back of it. We saw where the punch was, and I don't care about where he got hit, but that was a dangerous spot. Okay, cool. But he still made it to his feet. The one thing I did not see with the referee was the awareness check. You know how when they check in with the
Hey,
fighter,
Edwin,
hey,
pull up Rachel's last comment.
okay, he's like, yay, come
You
here,
can-
come here, go to the left, step to the right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. He didn't do an
None of that.
awareness check. He just basically, he didn't even get to 8. He got to 7. And Subriel Matias was not a hurt like Edgar Berlanga. When Edgar Berlanga got rocked by Hamza, that first, this referee could have stopped that. He did an awareness check. Come here, Edgar. Step to the left. Step to the right. He didn't do any of that with Subriel. He didn't test him, check him, look into his eyes, nothing. I've seen guys. Okay, what was that fight the other night that the brother caught that Mexican kid that was undefeated
Esther
and he
Bravo.
flew across the ring and he was flying and the referee literally was standing him up and that dude came back and won the fight.
Mala mía.
It was like a lower
¿Cómo se
fight. I
llama?
remember that fight.
Javier.
Listen, that dude was way hurt, way more. Yo, he face planted like that, got up, fell to the ropes, flew across the ring. He was way hurt than Subriel, and the referee gave him time to recover.
Javier Cintrón.
no.
Right?
He's not talking about yesterday. He's not talking about yesterday.
Oh,
No,
my fault. He
no,
did
no.
got
I'm
dropped.
talking about. This was a while. If you guys know what fight I'm talking about, where that it
Hey,
was a real controversial fight. Even
Rachel said when
Arnania.
we told her
let's check that. Oh shit!
pull it up, read it, read it.
Not if we are talking about long ass crack. No, we are not. We are not talking about them shit. Listen, yo, I
She
was
walked
coming
in
out
when
the
you was
ring
talking
and
about two tone.
yeah, that motherfucker was doing the commentating, and I was coming out the ring. That motherfucker stood up. I was like, "Damn, he got me!" Yo, yeah,
Or
yo, yo. So that's it. It was just something I knew. But
Hugo
anyway,
se fue encojonado.
pues si
yeah,
no
he
lo
did.
dejaron hablar.
No, I don't have a lot. No, no, Juice is here. Juice is here. He's here, but he's on timeout
Pues, deja
because
que la
he doesn't
monte,
know how
deja
to
que la
act.
monte.
Nah, let him talk. Let him talk. I do. Let him
I
talk.
let
Tranquila,
Let
him
him
no,
talk.
talk. Let him
Let's
talk.
let Hugo get his shine.
no la cagues,
Hugo, the
cabrón.
floor is yours, Hugo. Say something. You ain't got nothing to
Hugo.
say?
Now you
You
don't
got
have
Yes.
nothing to
nothing
say?
to say?
Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me?
All
Loud
right,
Yes.
and
well,
clear.
well,
Loud and clear. Let's
well,
go.
thank you for joining us, Hugo. We gave
Thank you,
you
sir.
time, but your time expired. Sorry, we used it up. Back on mute. All right, all right, Fox fans.
Hello, hello,
How
hello.
you
No,
doing?
no, no,
I'm
no,
fucking
no,
with
no.
you.
Nah,
I'm
bro,
fucking with
look.
you, Hugo.
Look, bro, listen. Hey, bro, salute to everyone on the panel. Salute to you guys. You know, I love this boxing shit and I love boxing and that's why I always pull up, but I'm just here for one main thing and I'm going to say this respectfully. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
go ahead, go
I'm
ahead.
hired. I'm here hired as behalf of my employer, Fresh Productions, and I'm here to check receipts. I'm here for front lights receipts, and I'm here for round one receipts yesterday for the pay per view. I'm here. You guys want to talk about supporting all this and that? I'm here to check the receipts. So
Oh
Yo,
start
shit.
pulling up. So start pulling up the receipts. Stop talking about supporting these Puerto Rican
hey, yo,
broadcasters
hey, yo,
Yo
because
was
stop.
watching the fight everybody at the same
hey, yo. I
time.
don't know. For some reason, we lost Hugo's connection. He
What are
got
you talking
I
about?
don't know. His cable, yo, what you need to do is pay that cable bill because now you
No.
out in listen, come
That's
up
the phone.
here.
That's his phone bill that he didn't pay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
listen, coming up
California
here asking
connection.
for
That shit is
receipts. You don't
trash.
got that kind of power, brother.
What
You
What
don't
did he
check our
say? What did he say?
pockets.
Because I couldn't hear him. It was real muffled.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know. Some type of hate or something. But we don't promote hate here. We promote good times. And let's keep the good times rolling. You know what I mean?
hey,
So
Isaac, talk your shit.
yeah, yeah,
Congratulations to Smith. Hey, we all
Yeah.
here. We showing our faces. Congratulations to Smith.
Congratulations,
No
bro. He don't
excuses.
have a
No
girl inside him.
excuses.
He got a real
Hey,
warrior,
let's
okay?
be honest. We gotta be honest.
yeah.
With the type of resume that Smith had, this was a catapult of a win for him. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
in NYC, on pay-per-view. But what who got that vision? Only Jomi. Because Turkey wanna go to Saudi Arabia. Eddie Hearn, no, let's go to the bicycle center over there in Sheffield, England that nobody knows. What? No, we're gonna main event in freaking New York City. No, but it's not gonna say, bro, stop it. If they don't put all that black hand and let the men do it, the show will be bigger and better, and everybody gonna make real money. But no,
Right.
but we teach the Turkey, don't
Does
f with us, but
does
Yeah.
we
it
know what we're doing.
in a weird way? Does it feel like everybody won in a certain aspect to yesterday?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Yomi, he's the first Puerto Rican from the island that went from America to the main
eh,
event a card, right?
Right.
yeah,
So and
netamente
it went
puertorriqueña, a pure
and and,
Puerto Rican
and I
company.
heard that it sold well. He got his the money back in the pay per view. So I feel like honestly everybody won. It's a win
Yeah,
win for
Subriel
everybody.
got 70% of the purse. Okay, and I don't know the deals that they got with the pay per view or the seal or the ticket sales and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, yeah, and if Eddie Hearn, instead of being sucking ass to the Turkey money and concentrate here in America and let's make it us over here, the show will be way better with more stars and it. But now,
Right.
because
You
and
got
now
you
they're
got to
gonna try
make it
to sell us
local.
the ring, that
You
ring
got to.
5. Let's see what they bring in that freaking core and shit like that. Let's see how good
Right.
it is, if gonna be that excitement or not.
I agree with you, Melasa, because you got to make it local. Because at the end of the day, the the fights here in America or Latin America is always good local because if you nobody wants to stay up early to watch cars in the Middle East. Respectfully,
Right,
it's just like,
Hell
right.
no.
what I mean. Right now, we're getting awesome cars. We're getting Andy Cruz's Muratai. We're getting Sugar Nunez's Navarrete. These fights have to
Oh
be
shit, yeah,
local. You know what I mean? You can't,
yeah.
because if we tell, for example, I have people that are casuals with boxing. If I tell them, yeah, this fight's gonna happen, but it's 6 in the morning, or it's in
Oh
five
Yeah,
hell
that's
five
no.
five
nah,
or
that's not
five
gonna work.
p.m. They're gonna be like, man, what, man?
The fuck,
No,
yeah.
they're not gonna watch it.
But remember, Matchrooms is over there in Europe doing selling. They want to sell us for $30, right? A bunch of crappy cards with a
Mhm.
bunch of European nobodies and empty buildings, and tell us that's good boxing, right?
No, and
But
that's the
then,
thing. See,
when,
that's you see, you get into a touchy topic, right? Because when the zone did that bundle plan to put all these fights on these fight cards and everything, Hugo, you're not coming up here today. It's too early. The wound is too fresh. We're not
yeah,
gonna hear your fucking antics today. Not today, Hugo. Hit the back
well,
seat. I'll see you
Edwin
tomorrow.
don't want it. It is
Listen,
what it
Hey,
is.
shout out to Clarence McLean. That's no Doug Zone. He said
listen.
first time stopping by, showing support. Smash that like.
Thank you. And the thing is that like, look, half those fights on your fight card weren't pay per view cards anyway. I wasn't gonna pay to see maybe two or three of those, but you're jamming in a bundle package and telling me that I'm getting a deal on fights perhaps I would have not ordered, and you're making me pay for it.
Every month, and
You
some
know what
months
I'm
I didn't even
saying?
watch
So
it
it's
because
like
or
some of those cards that you're giving us on that the zone deal. No, that's not a pay per view. That's not a pay per view. That's not a pay per view. And I would have never watched these two, right? And you probably got two fights that I was really interested in. Like if I was a consumer, now I cover the sport, so I got to watch everything. I'm like forced because I want to
okay.
stay up to date because I'm
Yeah.
running a boxing channel. So I it works for me, but I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for you guys.
And then
I'm speaking for
Turkey,
like
what
if I
Turkey
was you guys
promised
as
with
a
that
customer,
zone?
I would
With
be mad because
what
that
Turkey
doesn't work
promised?
for me.
Edwin, you remember what Turkey promised with that zone with the ring cards and shit
Yeah,
like that? That will not gonna cost extra and whatever, and now you have to pay like almost $80 for this freaking ring magazine.
Turkey's a liar.
You know, ha- big names, and at the end of the day, don't entertain you. The only one that was kind of good was the one that was Suriel over here in New York, because before that all those rings was like and the one with Benavides and the was
yeah.
that. So what we need to support the real boxing, the good boxing. I'm saying the fan, not the people who cover it and they have to watch it every, because sometimes I prefer to listen now in radio mode, and I go to one
We don't
of these YouTube channels to listen the fight
we don't
toe by toe instead of paying the money,
we
because
don't
the other guys even make it good better, because the commentary on the TV is really bad too, and it's very biased. So I listen to these guys and then I'm like, for what the hell
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
listening
we don't gotta go. The point here is we don't gotta go so far out to see high quality boxing. We
we
got
can
that
make it
here.
here.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, the next time though, that's it. No one's commentating for me on my show. I'm commentating my own fight. I think that was a jinx that we let this guy do.
Who,
Right?
Yo,
me?
look at what Kane
No.
says. Kane says in Australia we get ripped off more than anyone. The Matias fight was $80.
What? Yeah, but
One.
Jesus.
When we
Shout
have a
out to you
domestic
guys.
card on Friday, they want 75.
But yeah,
Damn.
but those
Shout
are
out
the
to you
damn.
fees
guys.
because you're in Australia. ¿Tú me entiendes? Those are the fees over there. It's your country that is charging you like $30 in fees. It's not because the car was $50 worldwide. But when you transfer that, or maybe when you transfer the American money to the Australian money, then
Right,
get to the 80, you
right,
know?
right,
But
right. I can imagine
we, the
it was
boxing
like two
fans,
hundred
have
and
to pay
sixty
for what
dollars
we
in
want.
Santo Domingo to watch it.
Dollars is crazy.
Bro. But
Yo, my
in
man told
Mexico
me
was
he
saying was
paid.
expensive, and Argentina too, and I was
Yeah,
like,
my
bro,
man
it's
told me he was on
$80.
vacation in Santo Domingo. He said they asked him for 200 and something dollars for like a 26 pack of beer or some shit. And he
Yeah,
looked
but
at the
those are
food.
pesos. Those are pesos
Yeah, and he
compared
was like,
to
he was like,
Dollars,
yo, that's like
pesos.
$13, bro. He's like, that's
Yes.
like $13.
Hey, Rachel said, Pano, I'm packing up for the next camp right now. If you're still on a little bit, she'll drop by.
Word.
But she knows it's late for us.
Yeah, Acho,
Yep.
pero
Hey,
yeah, if
She's
you
getting
got the
she's
one for
getting Nonito
Murataya
ready.
and Andy,
Ready, ready. They
mira,
heading out.
Edwin,
That means that she took one of those fights, and I would like to see or hear which fight, if you
yeah.
can share that with us, which one you decided to take because she told us about both
Two
options,
possible. Yep.
right?
But
So
Sintron, she told me with Sintron he was gonna go 12 round, and look what he did in the first round. You
yeah.
know,
Oh, hey,
so
Frontline.
And
Can
What
I
shout
up?
out to
challenge you?
Rachel for hey, wait out, guys, and shout out to Rachel
oh Rachel,
Donates
you're awesome.
Donati
Donaire.
Donaire,
Donaire,
right? So
yeah,
let's say it
Rachel
right. Let's
Donaire.
say it right. I've been practicing it and I even messed it up. Damn it. Anyway, thank you for your breakdown and your analytics on both fighters and both sides. Thank you for taking your time out of your day and sharing that with us. The insight on both fighters. That was amazing. That was amazing. It was an amazing breakdown.
Yeah, I understood
Unfortunately, I'm
later.
sorry that you did extra work for the co-main event. I was trying to reach out, but unfortunately, you already had it done. Like, but yeah. It's still a great night of boxing, and good luck with you
Yeah,
and
but
your husband
Rachel
and whatever
explained
decision
how it
you
is
make.
backstage and the boxer, the concentration and everything, and when I saw Subriel walking out taking pictures and stuff, then what Rachel said, everything get together. And when I saw what happened in the fight, whatever, so that's why I don't got so sad and stuff because I understood what happened. So I enjoyed the moment and jump and I got crazy, of course. You know, my guy fall, but it's crazy. I never expected. But I understood more why he fell and what happened because Rachel gave me all that back inside from the trainer perspective, from the camp perspective, behind the scene perspective. You remember that she talked to us about how his husband trained and stuff and how a
Yeah,
boxer can get switched for a little thing that is not perfect. So you know,
Yo,
and I
hey,
Rachel,
appreciate that a lot.
are we
panel.
gonna get breaking news today? Are we
Um,
gonna get breaking
I know, I know,
news?
I know, I know. Right? I'm about to stay up late night now. You know what I mean? Hey, catch up to the chats, please.
Uh,
Frontline. Tú eres
Yeah,
el
yeah,
que
yeah. I
manda.
gotta go back now. I gotta go
You gotta
back.
go back. Yeah, they
Let me
starting to
see. Let me
stack
see what
up.
we got. Let me see what we got.
No, but yeah, like
She said looks like Edwin fixed his mic.
yes.
Matias got clipped bad.
Word.
Says brr, where they just excited. I don't like we're mad late catching up, so I don't know. Oh, Rachel said what did I walk into? We read that. Next border wars is round one versus two tone. Nest don't Nest don't pass the Vada test. Let's go Smith says Isaac. Thank you, round one, says Isaac. Let's go, Smith. Laugh my ass off, says Stanley. Oh, Cincy, salute, round one, checking in while long ass drive back home. Salute. I read Clarence
Salute,
already. I
brother.
read Rachel. LOL, what a clown. Wilson said, I don't know what he's talking about. I read the Kane's ripoff over there. Carlos says, what? Wilson says, Subfield should have paid. He must have meant Subriel should have paid for a ref that knows him well. The fight would have not been stopped that easily.
Thank you.
Yo, yo, Frank Production, y'all dropped the ball, man. You guys got to get one guy in there because look at.
Pero es que Frontline dijo
Here's another
yesterday.
fact, right? Didn't Dalton Smith and Ed Hearn and them like 3 days before the fight change all the judges?
I
They
don't know what they
requested,
changed. They do a lot of
yeah,
stuff.
they requested to change the judges, right? I'm not sure if they requested the official, but that's the same judge that was in the Alberto Puello fight, right? I mean, the same ref.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously, you know what I'm saying, like something like if look, Dalton Smith's camp did their job to disrupt Subriel Matias' team. The steroid PE allegations was thrown out. They came in, talked about his gloves. They went and changed the judges. They went and everything. They did everything to have Super Matias all over social media answering all kinds of questions and going to sleep at night with all this in his head. He was so mad and he wanted to beat up Dalton Smith so bad and get back at Ed Hearn that Sabria got stubborn in the fight.
It was
Usually, Sabria Matias in the
brain
first
drain.
round, he loses the first round, right? He studies his guy, but he's still in the first 2, 3 rounds, he's moving his head better in those
Yep.
rounds. That's where he moves his head the best. Once Subriel brings you out to the fourth, fifth, and that volume of punches between you and him and that kind of pressure, that's when the fighter gets weaker. That's when he starts to walk through them. In the Dalton Smith situation, he decided to step on the gas too early. And Sabir got caught with punches from Dalton Smith that was still fresh and strong.
Yep.
And Sabriel was so mad that he wanted to prove to Dalton Smith, I can walk through your power.
And
And it
drop his
ended up,
hands in the
hold up,
fight.
hold up. And it ended up turning out really bad for Subriel. By the time he realized, wait a minute, this guy can crack, he was in trouble. And then Dalton hit him with that shot right there and dropped him. He was in trouble. Now, I still look at that referee stoppage, and I'm no longer on the side, not even 10%, that was a good stoppage. No, because the referee gave it up too soon. He gave up the fact that he had no intentions on saving Subriel. And I'm telling you, how many times does a fighter have to check? He does an awareness check with the fighter. Subriel didn't show signs that his eyes were rolling back and he was rocking in front of the referee. Not to the point where it was going to be stopped. In recent weeks, we saw guys hurt way worse than that. Way worse than that. And they were given opportunities to go out on their
All night.
shield. This was a world title fight, and the champion should have been given champion respect. He, as a champion, there was a belt on the line. This was no ordinary boxing match where you're just going to come out. No, there was a world title on the line. Give Subriel his credit as a champion. There's no longer, not even 10% in my head that I believe that referee had Subriel's best intentions at heart, because he didn't sell it. Had he sold it, had he, like other referees are better at being in on it. They're better at it. They'll go, hey, step to me, look into my eyes, hug him. He had a better performance. Yo, this dude didn't even get to 8. He went 6, 7. And he hugged him, bro. I
What?
watched
Yeah, that
that
was
thing like
crazy.
100 times. And
I
I
was
was like, bro,
jumping
that was
and
whack.
going crazy that I don't
That was
saw
whack.
that. Later on, I saw the videos
Oh,
and
I
stuff, and
saw.
I saw it,
I
but not
saw.
live because I was so excited. So like when he fell, I start running, jumping, screaming. So I'm not paying attention to the count. I just, oh my god, he fell,
Yeah, yeah, I
and I
get it.
got crazy.
Right,
So,
I
but
get it.
hey,
later,
round one.
when I
Yeah.
came back, I saw it. I was like, oh my, and then okay, I was going crazy, and then I see the hands going no. So but I don't saw the count. You
We
feel
Right,
gotta,
me?
right. Carlos,
we
what you
gotta,
got to say?
Live.
no, reply to this comment that he has a good point. Kai Su 953 says Subraham himself said it was a good stoppage, and also he said round one. We know that you wanted to see a sacrifice of your own guy, but yesterday wasn't the night. His lies
I
another
know.
day. He lives another day.
Listen, no,
All
no,
right, so
no.
hold on.
No,
Y'all
no,
gotta
no. Whoa, whoa,
understand,
whoa, whoa.
Subriel is a humbled
Yeah,
dude. He's
he's
not
just
gonna
being,
go
yeah.
against whatever they say. If the
Nope,
judges
you're
gave it
not
to
gonna get
like
him to do
Pato,
that.
he's not
You're
gonna.
not
All
gonna
right,
get him to
yo,
do that. That
that's
was
how
the
they saw
right
the
answer
fight.
from Subriel Matias. That
And
was
when
the
he
correct
said,
thing to say.
hold on, and when he said that it was a good
Yeah,
stoppage, in a video he did on Cesar Ceda's show, that it was on Cesar Ceda's phone that he recorded
right.
it. He said clearly, he said his exact words were, maybe the ref saw something that nobody else saw.
But
So I got to give
Oh,
it
he
to him.
was
It was a good
doubting
what
the
stoppage.
Subriel
stoppage
have
right there. I
solos
saw
all
that
these
video too as
years?
well.
But
And
what Subriel
listen,
have solos all these years? No excuses. ¿Tú me entiendes? And that's the
Yeah.
tough part of being Subriel Matias fan. that
right,
is no excuses. ¿Tú me entiendes? I
right,
cannot say shit because so
right.
for him to say, "Ah, no, the referee didn't bat and stuff," he can
No,
because that's not
Tobias
his
not gonna do
brand.
that. He's
But
not
I
gonna.
can
He's a
say
class
it
act.
because I am the fan and I saw what happened.
Right. He's
You
not gonna
Hey,
know?
do that.
real quick. Rachel says I have to see if I have a muzzle on the contract because you know how promoters likes to
Oh yeah,
shine.
Rachel, don't do
LOL.
nothing. Yeah, don't do
Can
nothing.
I
Yep, yep,
can I say
yep,
something? Can I say something? And
yep.
with this, I put the rest. If it's a good stoppage, if it was a good stoppage, we can we all agree on this? The
On what?
days of Castillo and Diego Corrales, those days are over. You get dropped bad, they're probably not gonna let you continue to
Nah,
fight.
that's bullshit. I'm not
Those days,
going for that. Nope,
I
nope, nope. That's bullshit,
what you
Carlos.
mean?
You know why? You know why? Because Edgar Berlanga was hurt bad.
And that was
Bad in New York City. I was there live. He was hurt way worse than Subiel. Edgar Berlanga that first time, yo, he face planted. All right. And then he went like this with his gloves. He got up off the ground. He went to the corner. He went like that. He went in the yo, he was way hurt than Subiel was. So I don't want to hear that shit. And that was in New York just a couple of months ago with the same referee. So like I don't know if he was in that fight with him. With I have to go check that, but he was there that night. And no, there's been other fighters. I'm telling you that low level fight with that Mexican kid with the black kid out. We were talking about it on TBV. If anybody could help me with the names, right? That brother knocked that Mexican kid the fuck out, and the Mexican kid was like this up and coming. It was like shocking.
And
That
he came back.
Mexican kid was rolling around that entire ring.
Wait, you're talking about the fight? It was on Pro Box. That's where
Yeah,
it
he
was
was on
at.
Pro Box.
I think so. Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
know the
Yeah, I
name off
think
the top,
so.
but
It was
that's the
either
fight you're
box
talking
lab or
about.
pro box. Yo, and he caught that man. Yo, that kid. Any any other referee in the world should
I
have stopped that fight right
no.
then and there.
I think you're
That kid
talking about
almost went through the
Lindolfo
ropes.
Delgado and
No, 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 no,
Jose
no, no,
Valenzuela.
no.
That
He's
so that
talking about
knockdown.
no. Él está
Dude
hablando
almost
de
went through
it
the
was the
ropes, bro.
Mexican kid against a Moreno.
Yeah, and then the Mexican kid
Oh,
came back to knock out the brother. He came
Yep.
back to beat him in the fight, and there was a lot of controversy because they felt like they gave him a lot of time. And the referee did everything. He recited them spiritual chapters in the Bible in the corner and everything. He anointed him.
I
He
know.
gave him all the time in the world.
And we
Bro,
saw it. You
it
know,
was
we
yeah,
saw
yeah,
what
yeah.
we
So
saw.
so I don't want to hear that he was so hurt. No, this was a that and yo, they gave that kid all that time in a non-title fight on Box Lab, brother. This is a world title fight.
But
People's
the whole
careers are on
card.
the line here.
Mira,
Give
Perrito
me a
failed.
shot as a champion. I don't want to hear that shit.
Perrito failed and was a nasty KO in the first
Listen,
round. He stand up and he knocked out the guy 3 times. They let the other guy fail 3 times. Okay,
right now,
the
now check
other
this
fight.
out. Now check this out, right? You can't convince me that Subiez recuperating, there was like 29 seconds left in the fight. Yeah. Dalton Smith probably would have came at him. Now, what if this would have happened? What if Dalton Smith would have came at Subriel and threw a lot of punches? Subriel would have covered up and finally grabbed Dalton to shake his head. He would have recuperated and survived the round, and Dalton Smith would have punched his arms out by throwing
Or
excessive punches. And he was already starting to fade in the fifth round because he was
yeah,
throwing too many strong punches. Now, what if the fight would have continued and Dalton Smith just punched himself out and Sabrina Matias weathered the storm?
and come back in the sixth.
You might have now when I saw Diego Corrales go down twice and his eye was closed and he came back in that fight. You gonna mean to tell me that Diego Corrales, when he got dropped, he wasn't hurt worse than Subiel? And then, right, not even 5 seconds later, he gets dropped again, and the referee gives him another chance.
And
If
Vargas
he would have
and
stopped that fight, if the referee would have stopped that fight, he would have robbed Diego Corrales of that ultimate comeback. Am I right? So
yeah,
I
like
don't
they
want to
used
hear
to
that there wasn't a situation. Yes, there's a
Taylor.
situation where Dalton would have knocked out Subriel. We would have saw him get brutally knocked out. Yes, that's in the equation. That was 100% a possibility.
It's a
Sabir
bunch
might
of
have not been able to
possibilities
recover. But guess what, guys? We would never know.
because they
Hey,
don't
shout
let us
out to
know.
Bull
We
Riders. Hold
would
on. Hold,
never know
Melasa, dame
Wait,
because
break.
wait,
that
hold up.
referee took it away from us.
Hey, shout out to Bull Rider. He says, sounds like there's a lot of Puerto Ricans crying on this panel, making excuses for taking his loss.
Hold on, hold on,
And
hold
then
on, hold
and
on.
hold on,
Oh,
hold on. And then
Hold on, wait.
Tasi says Subriel is not complaining, but his fans are. Hey,
Okay,
shout yo, talk your shit.
hold
yeah,
on, hold
yeah.
on, hold on.
Gabriel
Wait, guys,
cannot
wait.
complain.
Thanos, stop. We gotta eat our crow and hear the song. Come on, hear the Spanish guys talking. Here we go. You guys hear that? Yo, listen. Well, yeah, we crying, right? Just like,
Rawan,
yeah,
no, listen, Rawan. I hear what you're saying, and yeah, we don't know. It's always a what if. All I'm saying is, the old days of those crazy comebacks, those days are over.
We
You know,
nah,
saw
now
some
Subriel
today,
nowadays,
changed it.
man.
nowadays, the rest will stop the fight. And, you know, some we're gonna have these debates. Was it a good stoppage? Was it a
Nah,
bad stoppage? Listen,
you can't.
but those days are over. The trilogy days are over. No longer we're seeing trilogies being happen
Hey,
before.
Hey,
Those days are
low
yeah,
over.
key, low key. That is
why
the fight. Juarez versus Leighton. That's the fight that Edwin's talking
no, no,
about.
no, no, no. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a
Juarez.
minute. Let's talk business now, okay?
Uh oh.
Yes, I'm hurt. My guy lost, and hey, fans saw what they saw, and they are right to express how they what they saw. Okay, if they don't like the stoppage, it's okay. Let them be too, because Suriel cannot complain because that is not his brand. But anyway, so if the stoppage wasn't good, and that's a good excuse, they can have a rematch, right? And if Zubriel win, they can have a trilogy and make a lot of money. So this can be a win-win situation. You know, you have to see it. I see it in a business way, everything, you know, like whatever. But it's not everything bad, you know. And yes, he
Yo,
lost, and I accept that he lost, and I accept that Dalton Smith was better, and he cracked the dragon that nobody could crack. Okay, I give
one
it
thing
to
that
him.
I'm mad at with Fresh Production is the second time Matias is the champion and they don't put a rematch clause in their fucking contract.
Hey,
This is the second time.
well,
It happened with Paro and now it happened with
business
Smith.
of boxing, you
It's
know,
just
and this is a small company
don't
coming
you
up.
think what timeout? Don't you think 140 is what's the what I'm trying to say? It's kind of like
Getting small
this
for Suriel, maybe.
no. I'm not talking about that, man. I'm talking about is cluttered. It's cluttered. Like right now in the WC, they're talking about next fight for Dalton Smith is Puello, and I bet whoever wins that next that fight has to meet up with Pitbull. Like,
Yeah, but those are
don't
the
you think
fans talking. That's
these because
fan talk.
the same thing. Listen, the same thing happened with Puello Subrel. Puello had a rematch clause, but Dalton Smith came to the equation, came to the mix. So it's
Business of
like
boxing.
140 right now is beaming. Is the
Yeah.
best division of boxing. Simple as that.
Ahí llegó
Well,
Bubos. Bubos, habla
can
mierda,
be,
que yo
but,
sé que vienes a hablar mierda.
but
Yo,
47 is getting good too, and I
Let me
think
say
Suriel
something
can
right
go to
now. As
47
far
or
as
have
this
a
guy right
rematch.
here, Blaze, and this fair stoppage bullshit, right? Okay. And there's a way you can look at it and say that, but I have the right, and a lot of us have the right to feel that Sabir deserved a champion stoppage. Allow Dalton Smith to take him out on his shield as a warrior. I understand too, also the politics in boxing. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Save your fighter for the next fight. Why damage your fighter? Save Subriel from that terrible knockout. You know, we could have saved him from a worser means right now, because had he let it go, there's a possibility Dalton Smith could have brutally knocked him out. That was there. But there's also the flip side to that coin, the possibility that Super Matias could have weathered the storm, right? Or how many times have we seen the guy go down and then come back and knock the guy out? Shit, we were reminded that on this very same card when we saw, who was it? That got dropped.
Perrito
Javier
Sintron.
Cintrón.
Centron got dropped
No, for me,
bad, and
Perrito
I
now.
thought
From
the
now on,
life was out
Perrito.
of that man when he got hit with that fucking over the hand check hook there. And I was like, holy shit, he's knocked out. What did he do? He got up off the ground and finished him. So you're not going to convince me that it was fair because we're supposed to be humble and say and not argue this. We're supposed to take our crow and take our shots, right? But there was a big controversy in this fight, a little bit, because the referee didn't even check in with Subriel. He didn't say step forward, step to the right, step to the left, look into his eyes. He made the determination on the count of 7. And I'm just saying that even in recent time, that we saw it even on the night where guys were dropped in the fight and they were given opportunities to try to see if they can come back in the fight. So when you know what I mean, look,
Hey, and all the people in the chat, yo, talk your shit.
hey yo, can
We
you
gotta
believe
take
they
it.
were counting for Campa when he face planted?
Yeah, they counted to see if he attempted to get up.
To see they were giving him a chance, and he face planted like boom, right? So why didn't they do that for Subriel in a world title fight? They did it for these guys in the same night on the same card for no belt on the line. They decided, oh, you know
That is,
what?
yeah. Everybody, you have a good point. The chat has a good point. It was just really surprising to see Subrel touch the canvas, but we never
Yeah.
seen him drop.
No, I'm
And
just
look,
saying it was
you know what I mean?
surprising to see the ref not do an awareness check on Subriel. That he just decided right then and there, it's over. Like he wasn't hurt like Berlanga, bro.
No,
When
he
they
wasn't.
released Hamza on Berlanga, bro, they were allowing Hamza to fucking knock out Berlanga like that.
And we
Berlanga
saw
was done. Listen. I'm trying to tell you. Even on that card, that dude was hurt.
and we know
When he
how
got hit like
toxic was
that,
the
they gave him a
build up.
chance on the same fucking. They didn't even do that for Subriel. It was like he was told,
Yo,
and
this fucking chat is undefeated.
this is
Hey,
hypothetical.
bro, I had a
Awesome.
laugh, bro.
Keep
that,
grinding,
dude- that,
people.
that
Yo,
dude,
This
that
is
dude,
hypothetical.
this chat is undefeated, Edwin.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This was hypothetical, but
you
it
gotta
makes
love
me
the
feel
sport,
like
man.
he was told, if you see him in trouble, call it.
And we know how
Because
toxic
he
was all
waited
this
for his
build
moment.
up,
It
all
makes
this
me
stuff.
feel like that. I got the right to say that. I'm not saying I got proof. I'm
I
not saying
gotta
that's
read
what he
this.
actually did
I gotta read
or
this.
hypothetical. I'm just like, bro, that was bullshit. Like, this is a world title fight. Fuck that shit.
Hey,
I don't want to
Bobos,
hear
come up,
that.
ah.
Like, nah, he wasn't that hurt where I was gonna be like, yo, yeah, you know what? So, you might want to pack it up for the next day. You're getting rock, homeboy. Like, we need to save you from yourself. I didn't feel like I was there. There
No,
was
I was
nothing in the fight
shocked.
that got me there.
Yeah,
Now,
hey,
we gotta be humble. We gotta be humble,
What's
and we gotta
now we
be
gotta
like, you know
talk
what?
about?
Great stoppage. We lost.
Yeah.
We don't want to be sore sports. We lost, and we
But
gotta
nobody
avoid
do
Bobos,
that
everything.
neither.
Bobos, talk your
You me
shit,
entiende?
puppy.
Because when
I know
these
you got
guys
shit to
lost,
say.
they tried to find all the
Thank God,
excuses in
I
the
cover
world.
boxing, so I get to talk about shit like this. It might so happen it's a Puerto Rican dude, and you could have at it what you want, but I just talk about moments, and I guarantee you, when this happens to your favorite fighter, you're gonna see Round One Sports Talk advocating and fighting for your favorite fighter, just like I do for this fighter right here, because
Hey,
I'm
shout
like
out
this with
Edwin.
everybody.
Edwin, shout out to Peace to God. He said no mas Diaz for Matias.
Damn,
Damn.
damn.
You know, at least
Hey man,
my champion isn't like other guy blaming the referee, blaming the lights, blaming whatever. But we all know how toxic.
hey man.
Edwin, you remember all this build
Let me.
up, how toxic it's been since December. This shit been
No,
toxic.
No, we gotta get.
Tio
Let me.
Primo Lopez suffered his first loss, and he went into complete denial mode. All right, yo,
What Haney did?
denial mode. Yo, I remember when George Foreman lost in Puerto Rico. Right, it was his last fight, like there, and he talked about it like he passed out. I guess in the hotel room from like heat exhaustion or whatever. he passed out for heat exhaustion. And what he did when he lost the fight, I guess, he blamed his whole team. He said that there was something in the food, that they poisoned them. And
Was
he
it
said,
round? Wait, was it round one
AJ,
exhaustion?
I don't know. And George
AJ
Foreman
rant.
walked away for the game for like 10 years behind that. Like fighters get on this mental shit, bro. You That's like this conspiracy shit. They start thinking that people are plotting against them. I know fighters that won't even go to the hotel room and drink the bottle of waters because they actually think the other team is putting something in the bottle of water. And I can't say they wouldn't be wrong for thinking that in this
But
sport, in competitive sport in general,
At
whatever
this
let
sport
me
it
level,
let
is,
me let me say
there's
this.
always some crazed coach
Let's
doing some dumb shit to try to get the edge. Trust me, there is. But I don't think it's as rampant as some people think. But does it happen? Yeah. Did Michael Jordan get the flu the night before the game? Coincidence? I don't think so. Right?
even the
Did somebody
migraine.
put something in? Yeah, I think so. There have been a lot of times in sports where we felt that the athlete got sick the night before the big fight, the night before the big game. So I can't say that shit don't happen. You
let
know what
me
I'm
say
saying?
this.
So yeah,
Now that Subret lost, right? I've been seeing some comments. I've been seeing some comments from our neighboring country, Dominican Republic, to all the Dominicans. This is your chance. Get that belt back. You got to do it for the
you
Caribbean.
gotta.
You got to do it. You say that no, that Subret didn't beat Puello. Well, this is your chance. Get that
Hey,
WBC
Well,
belt
I'm
and
not
beat
too
Dalton
sure.
Smith. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not too sure, and I'm not
hey,
too
yo,
convinced
I do
that
it
he
on.
Do
fights
it for
Alberto Puello,
themselves,
bro. To
you
tell you the
know?
truth,
Like
I
they
don't
I do
always
think
it.
want to
it is.
beat us. Do it for
You,
I
themselves.
don't
wait,
think
wait,
so.
wait, Edwin. Round one. You say that Puello not beating Dalton Smith?
I'm saying that that's a much more dangerous fight stylistically than Subriel. That would be like Dalton style. Just because Dalton beat Subriel, that doesn't mean he can beat Alberto Puello by far.
Right.
You
Two
know,
plus
uh,
two don't equals four in
no,
boxing.
no, no. I saw what Alberto Puello did to Gary Antoine Russell, to Sandor Martin, and just to mention a few. I know the fighter that's Alberto Puello, and I just believe that that would be a much dangerous opponent. You know, you're going from Subriel Matias to Alberto Puello. That's what you're doing. I mean, if you do that, that'll be impressive to me. Yes,
But but
that
no
would
soft
impress me.
touches for Dalton Smith either. You got the belt. You got to
Hey,
defend.
Yeah,
Go
but
hey,
ahead, bro.
I don't think
Edwin.
he has to honor that mandatory clause that was a contract that was made with Subriel Matias. He's no longer the champion. I don't think their contract falls on Dalton
In
Smith
boxing
because,
scene, they talk about Puello's next.
well, but then the only thing I would have to know in order to line that all up, the stars, is the one thing I would have to know is Alberto Puello the number one, and is he the mandatory for the WBC right now?
He is a
Because
mandatory.
if that's so, then that contract is not and void, and he don't even need that to make Dalton Smith fight him. All he needs to do is to have the WBC back him. If the WBC backs him and they honor his mandatory, right, then Dalton has to fight Alberto Puello. He's going to get stripped. So in that situation, yeah, I can see the fight happening, but I gotta know the logistics to everything. I gotta go back and I gotta see if all these things are true. Everything I mentioned is just situations. If this situation's this, then this will happen. If this is like this, then
Hey,
this will happen.
Edwin.
Like
And
that.
and Philosopher's show today, right? The chat was going crazy. They told Cesar to stay away from the
He bad
January
luck.
31st card. They
Yes,
told
he's
him to
not
stay
invited.
away
He's
from
not
Xander
invited.
because he
He's not
backed up Mini
invited.
Pac-Man. He lost. He
Lost.
backed up Puello. He
He
lost. On this
lost.
card, he
And
backed up Matias.
he
Matias
lost.
lost.
Hey,
So
frontline. You know what's funny? Because
you gotta
because
stay away.
Cesar said he was holding the belt for Subrel, and
It
he
was
did a
Yep.
Cesar.
meme, and he was like
La
the
Saló.
plan the
Gonzalo.
plan worked. The plan worked. Salas, like Sala trains
Yo,
Puello, so
no,
it's
no,
like
no, no,
they're
no,
up
no.
next, and he
You know what
yeah,
I
we're like
found?
damn, this
All
dude.
jokes
Funny.
aside, all jokes aside, you want to know what I really found a little bit distasteful with Cesar? And I fucks with him, like, and I wanted to get him on and talk about shit. and he's not here, so I don't like talking about people when they're not here. I like him to be here to be able to defend himself if I'm going to say anything. But the one thing that I will say publicly, and then if you want, we could talk about it. Is that after Subir lost, you went to Dalton Smith's locker room and you were over there doing videos. Okay, I get it. You're covering boxing. You're going to use that as an excuse. But you got
But
to
don't get in the
understand that
ring.
your bloodline was on the line. Your Puerto Rican credentials should be pulled.
That
I don't give a fuck. You got 100 interviews of 100 different champions. That wasn't the moment or the time or the place to just go. That looked bad.
because he want to do everything. He
No,
want to
no,
do
no. That
everything.
see. That's
That's the
bullshit because
problem.
you have to recognize the situation. Okay, what was an interview out of all the thousands of interviews you've done? You've been in box. You've interviewed champion after champion. What would it have just cost you, not just to go over there on the day that your Puerto Rican guy that you were supporting lost in his moment? You think that he's going to understand or the fans are going to understand that you're just covering boxing and that you get a
No.
pass? You were just seen in the ring holding the belt of the WBC. You need to recognize situations
Or
and not
stay in
take
your
every
lane.
opportunity. Excuse me, brother, I'm talking. Check this out because this is bad, bro. See, all money is not good money. Even I learned that on the streets. You don't make every sale. You don't take every opportunity because you're only thinking about yourself. Your people back was our back was against the wall on our night. Your interview wasn't that. What would you have got for that interview? How many clicks and likes? Rather than the people, your own people see you doing that. Was it worth it? Just to go in there and say, hey, you won the champion, blah, 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 blah. I'm covering boxing. I get it. You cover boxing. But not in that moment, in that situation when you entered the ring with the other guy, you were holding the belt. Fuck that interview. You can call him later. Listen, in the hallway, I would have got his number. I'd have got his coaches. I said, yo, later, we'll link up on a live. I want to interview you, champ. But literally going into their locker room and doing lives and video content with them, like you like, listen, that interview wasn't worth it. If you ask me, it
You
wasn't
know,
worth it.
hey, Frontline, you know what's gonna be the next heated debate in the boxing voice? It's gonna be round one and Cesar Seda with this topic.
Nah,
No, because
that's gonna
mira,
happen here.
I'm not
That's gonna
coming
Edwin,
at
happen
this.
here.
I said it. I'm talking like a real man.
mira,
I'm not
Edwin, and I
taking shots at
understand it.
him. I'm
Edwin,
just
pull up that
saying
last chat. Pull up that
my
last chat.
distaste for what
I
he
want you to
did.
answer it. I want you to
No,
answer it.
pero
I don't
mira,
want to answer
Edwin,
it.
and I understand you because
How you
okay,
coming
if you
to
was
the
just
fight?
covering
Mira,
boxing,
mira,
like covering boxing and not getting the ring and hold the WBC and stay in your lane, pues that interview maybe don't look that bad because you're in both sides, interviewing people and doing the news, like a news reporter, a boxing
yeah.
reporter.
Listen, yo, my
Okay,
man,
but if you're
what's this
holding
guy?
the belt for the champion, how you gonna
Peace,
go
what?
to the?
Peace to
No,
God.
you don't do
Peace to
that. For
God.
send another person to do that.
Listen to me, peace to God. Okay, let me tell you something. First of all, I like your chats, I like your thing, but let's not put out fake news. Where's your proof that he entered this fight on PEs? Where's your proof? Because the last time that he had a problem with it was weeks, about a month or so before the fight. So they've been testing him all the way here. So he's been clean. So where's your proof that he went into the fight on pads? You got a few minutes. I want you to go get your information, come back and show it to us. Show it to us because if you have no problem accusing, then I guess you do have evidence, right? You can prove to the world that this is what you're saying. If not, what you're doing is putting out fake news. If you can't prove this, then that would be considered fake news now, wouldn't it? So your name and what you're saying and your credibility in the chat would start to drop, right? Because whenever you just want to say something funny, you'll put out fake news to get attention, right? I got no proof. Okay. So, like I say, when I have no proof, what do I say? This is hypothetical. Or this is me talking. Ain't that what I say? I take my shit, my side. Did I have no proof on this? And this would be my opinion, right? Okay. So right now it's a sensitive time for a lot of fight fans. They don't want to see that, right? When you're just, that's not the proper way because we're upset that, yes, in the history of boxing, there has never been a Puerto Rican boxer to ever test positive on any banned substance. In the history of boxing, there has never been a Puerto Rican fighter to test positive on a banned substance. You never want to be the first. How many Mexicans, how many Salvadorians, Japan, China, Russia, you name it, USA, how many of their fighters have ever tested positive throughout the history of boxing? Not one Puerto Rican. So this was touchy. This was a touchy subject. If you don't know the history of all of this, you can see why a lot of us are getting upset. We're not known for cheating. We're Taino Indian, baby.
Ever.
We're known for being warriors, not
Win or
drug
lose.
cheats. We're not known for that.
Nacho, Alan, you
All
crazy.
right. So that's why this was a little touchy. So like the wound is fresh. So Matias lost,
And you're gonna
and a lot of fight fans are taking it right. And I'm upset for different reasons. I'm upset because I'm on the side of like, was this fair for whatever boxer? Like, I'm questioning that fucking referee, right? Right? I'm
yeah,
questioning the
the
scandal part,
gloves,
right?
everything.
But the one thing I won't question, Subir got his ass whooped, man.
Yeah.
He got his
Hey,
ass
that
whooped.
was mean. I
Oh
give
yeah.
it to you.
He got his ass whooped and he got not, you know what I'm saying? So see, I don't question that.
I got.
No, but it
I,
was, there was certain things that I was a little upset about, but for my people, I do talk for them sometimes too, but because, it's just I recognize certain things. You know what I'm saying? I recognize the
I think
moment
Cesar
and
need to be
everybody
known.
upset. But the one thing I won't promote is violence. That act of violence
Oh
inside the arena where everybody broke
no,
out. I would like to publicly say I apologize for our people and stuff. We don't want to
we
be
don't. We are
known
not
for
like
that or
that.
anything. We don't, whatever that situation was,
You
it
know.
was an isolated situation. We can win and lose in fair competition, as my Gallo so eloquently did when asked. So, Brian, what happened? Nope, no excuses. He won. I lost. He's the new champion. I'll be back. Thank you. Real short and sweet.
Yeah,
Real class act. And I loved it. I loved it
it's
because we
cool.
Definitely.
can win and lose.
What
We can win and lose. On
But
I
to
me
the
got.
as a
next.
fan, I saw what I saw, and if I got some doubts or whatever, I'm able to talk about it too, like any other fan do when their favorite fighter lose or whatever happened. You know,
I
because
got.
everybody can come in when their favorite fighter lose or get knocked down. Always they talk some shit, and so if I saw something that I don't like it, if I saw a build that was toxic, see if I saw black hand, but Papi, I saw it and I can express it too, and it's okay, it's all good.
Yeah,
I
like
got.
like like you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna hear the excuses for your fighter. What they say about Tank, he got his hair done 2 days ago, right? Right?
Yeah,
The grease, the,
So
the
so
the braid grease got on his eyes, shit like that.
listen, you're gonna hear it. And how
Yep.
many people came to Tank Davis's aid? And how many
you
people were playing the soft music for them? Huh?
Everybody
The
and
Tank Davis
boxing and
fan, right?
boxing, everybody
They
picks
were
and
like,
choose.
right?
Everybody picks and
But
choose in boxing. I got
yeah,
one more. I got one more take to talk about before I go, guys.
all right.
But this is towards Frontline because I need to talk with Frontline about this
Okay,
one.
you got this.
Frontline, tenemos que
Zumba.
hablar. Who?
Zumba. I'm about to get off soon anyways. I gotta get up
Right.
early.
You sure that John Paul Rivera is the best Puerto Rican 126 fighter? After
Bro,
what we
after
saw about Keith Cologne Saturday?
Well, two different things. Keith Colon is on the rise,
Huh.
Look
and
nasty.
I think he's ready for a huge step up. But
Yes.
as of right now, with that battle that he did with Alfredo El Salcerito Cruz, Jean Paul on that Amanda card, bro, he showed that he got grit. With Keith,
I gotta agree with Frontline in a sense, but not by much. 5%. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Keith
yeah.
it's
is
just
coming
like
up fast.
it's
He
like it's
coming
like
up fast, bro.
it seems like a roller coaster performance with John Paul Rivera, and Keith Colon's been consistent.
That will be a
No, no, no,
war.
no. Time out, time
That
out,
shit
time
will be a
out.
war.
He's got a
It's
point,
two.
Frontline.
There's two different things here, though. Look at you're saying that it's been a roller coaster for John Paul, and it's been a straight coast for Keith. I'm
Nah.
not knocking Keith. Keith is one hell of a fighter, but John Paul, his levels are are steps above. When Keith Colon gets to John Paul's level, if he keeps that consistency, then we can say that Keith Colon is better. But right
But
now, the
Right,
opposition that John
right,
Paul's
right,
been getting
right,
is a little bit
Nacho, no,
higher.
but
right.
no, but Keith Colon got opportunities over there in Pro Box, and over there, what they give you are the Hungry Lions
Yo,
coming up too.
Hey,
You
Carlos
know,
is
like
on
it's not like they
fire.
give you piece of cakes over there in Pro Box neither.
we can't. Hey, Melaza, you know Universal Promotions is
No, Bobby,
the
but
compañía de los prospectos. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like
yeah, actually, I saw wars over there, in very impressive wars, and
I want the best for
I don't
you
know.
know.
I saw something in Keith's eyes. If he keep it like that, and
Listen,
what
you
Jean-Pierre Rivera is
voy
missing
a hablar
that
right through.
demeanor,
Yeah,
I
but
got
I don't
I gotta
know.
talk. I
Keith
gotta
got
talk
Yo,
honest.
something. I saw
hold
something
your
last
thought. Hold
night.
your
yeah.
thought real quick.
Keith,
Viva
God,
la
I'm gonna
America.
bring you up.
Viva
I'm
la
gonna bring you
America.
up.
Come on, bro. Keith fought at Barclays Center custodian and somewhat struggled. Where did he struggle? The Mexican didn't want to engage at
And
all throughout
he
that
Right.
fight.
trapping and he dropping
When
and
you
he
ever
don't
seen a
play. He
Mexican fighter
pushing
going
his
backwards?
eyes. I don't know. Keith got
You
something when
better
he get
show
in
that.
that
You
ring.
gotta be
I
showing
can
it.
feel that. Like, "Argh!"
Hey,
I don't know.
no, I gotta say this though, real quick. Um, to my people, at the island, like I know that you guys probably don't know Keith Colombi. He's over in the states, but you gotta support this kid, man, because he could be one of those dudes that can represent us. You know, I'm happy for him that he got the spotlight Saturday, so they can know more about him. Because everything,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. John Paul Rivera is he got the image, you know what I mean, and I want the best for him, but we can't forget
But
about we got Ricans over in the states
okay,
also.
but who put a better show? MVP over there in Roberto Clemente or Jomi in New York City? And they got all those cards and boxes and stuff. What
Vi,
place was
vi,
more packed,
vi,
and what fight was more exciting? Who put better
vi,
show?
Viva la America. Yes, he needs experience. Bro, he's 9-0 with 9 knockouts right now. He's young in his career.
But it's not first round knockdown or easy walks.
You know, you know
These
what I don't want.
knockdowns
You know
been
what I
in
don't want.
fights.
Frontline. You know what I don't want from John Paul Rivera. This ever happens because right now Jan Santana is calling him out, and
You,
Yeah.
Emilio and that squad. I don't want. If I'm
Hey,
being honest, I support my Rican fighter. I don't want Santana to upset John Paul Rivera.
he
but
won't.
hey, this is boxing.
That's what you say. But in my
Yeah.
eyes, that performance with Salcedo Cruz, that's not convincing me. Frontline.
Pero Salcedo
No,
Cruz is good.
And then
exactly.
Salcedo Cruz is
Salcedo
not a
Cruz
walk in the
I
got
park.
knocked
mean,
out
he's
by
better
Wasito
than anybody
Saya,
that
a
he's
smaller
fought,
fighter.
right?
Wasito Saya knocked out Salcedo Cruz. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
but bro, Calito, you're using a triangle theory here, papi.
Yeah,
That's
kind
not gonna
of.
work.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Man,
Styles makes fights.
but
yes,
that's
how it makes fights, but it's like, I
uh-huh.
don't know.
And
I
Jean
don't know.
Paul ha peleado
hey,
loco.
Carlos, Carlos. But I just want to remind you, right, that you're talking about two great Latin fighters, and
Young kids coming up.
look at what the future holds. Excitement.
Yeah,
You know, if you're
that's
talking
what it
about
is.
them this young, I can't wait to see how they develop as
Yeah.
fighters. And it's great. That's one of my favorite things nowadays of watching these young men and women climb out the division, and the moment that they become world champion, it's like you guys become world champion. You invested everything and your time, your energy into this fighter, and it's a good moment, and you guys share that. So that's why I talk about some of these moments can be personal for some people, and like
Hey, Edwin, don't you
Boogie, like
think?
Frontline. Did you check on Boogie? As a matter of fact,
I
have you
did.
Bam
checked on
Bam
him?
Boogie.
Yeah, I
Yo,
did.
listen,
He's
Boogie
good
is
money.
Round one.
he has
Round one.
been
You know why
Listen,
I'm so
chiseled
listen,
passionate
up
yo,
about it?
this.
out
Hold
since
on, but
Matias
yo,
lost. Boogie has been listen,
I don't saw him
yo,
all day.
he's in the cut
yo,
right now. He's in a dark place right now.
Edwin,
Yo,
this
Frontline, we gotta
conversation we're
check on
having
him.
right now. This conversation we're
Easy
having right now.
coma.
This conversation we're having right now. Don't you think Japan is having it right now with their fighters coming up and down?
You're
Don't you
damn
think?
right.
Don't you think DR is having the same conversation
You're
about their fighters
damn
coming
right.
up?
Mexico's
Yeah.
doing the same damn thing. Yo,
And,
wait,
and,
So
wait,
and,
wait.
and,
But
and you know why I'm so passionate about this? Because when Rafael Espinosa goes up to 130,
he will
that
not
WBO
gonna
belt is
go
for
there.
either John Santana or John Paul Rivera. Let's be
Well,
honest.
well, okay, wait a
Espinosa,
minute.
he's not going up with there. He's
What do you
gonna
mean he's
bully
not going
his.
up from there?
How
Nah, he
much
gonna
longer
If
stay
can he
down there
pull this
bullying
fucking
everybody.
magic show off, bro?
Whoever wins from
You
Sugar
6'1",
Nunez
my dude.
and
That's what.
Navarrete, Rafael will challenge those Mexican fighters. He will go up. He will go up.
Hey,
hey,
yo,
shout out to Peace to God. He says one thing's for sure. Good show, bro.
Shout out.
I love the topic.
Shout
peace
out,
to
bro.
God. I gave you a
Salute to
wrench.
you,
I
man.
made you a monitor, a
Oh,
moderator.
diablo, fuego.
So, when my guys are not in, you showed real respect in the channel, maturity. You can talk boxing. You can take criticism. You can talk back. I fucking love your energy. That's why I wrenched you up.
Who got
And
more
you're a
backing
member.
right now?
And shout out for being a member. Peace to God is a Round One Sports Talk member. So I should have done wrenched them up too.
Who's getting promoted
Easy.
better between John Paul Rivera with MVP Promotions or John Santana with Top Rank?
Es que top right now they're in a tough position. So and everybody know top rank, but he's run by that old man with his old mentality,
Nah, it's
and
it's
then we don't
it's
see nothing
fucking
new
son
out of
or
them. You
son-in-law,
know,
nephew, whoever it is that dude is.
it's like top rank. I don't know. I think like boxers get stuck over there in a bad contract, not good pays.
Yeah.
Like they're stuck in the past. You know, so
Yep.
this is the time of fresh promotion. You know, that's what I'm behind them, so they
Oh,
can get other boxers from not
thank you,
just Puerto
Melasa, for
Rican,
saying that.
everybody.
Thank you, Melasa. This is Yomi's time, Fresh Productions time to sign some new fighters. I
Oh
think they
yeah.
just got Nestor Bravo.
Yeah.
That's a good pickup.
Yeah,
They
but
need
other
right now.
names
Right
too.
now,
You
the
know,
ball is going. They need to sign more fighters because they're proven. They're proven that can make you a world champion. It's not like
Yeah.
yeah.
Universal Promotions that when Universal Promotion had a world champion for many
Hell
years, they
no,
haven't
and
had
they can,
nothing.
and he can promise that the big Apple, the big lights, you know, pay per view TV, and then more sponsors gonna come in because last night he only have a vitamin stuff sponsor him all night and was him.
Corillo, I love
You
to chop it
know,
up all
that was
night,
the
but I gotta
first
go because I
one
gotta get up
and was
early.
all his
Yeah.
Yeah, me
pocket
Yeah.
and
too, man.
everything. Like so, if he,
Melaza, nos
dímelo,
vemos, papi. Hablamos la próxima.
yeah,
Take
Carlito,
yeah,
care.
I'll see you, papi.
Frontline,
Edwin,
take
I'll
care.
catch up
Melasa,
with you,
take
bro.
care.
All right, brother.
A
cuídate.
Round One, take
Frontline,
care.
ya tú
You
sabes,
hold it
papi, nos
down.
vemos en la próxima.
Yo,
Right.
chat, it's been love. Hey,
Right.
keep talking your shit.
Yeah. 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 I'm gonna drop you guys off the panel. I'm gonna wrap up on a
Yep,
monologue here a little
Yeah, I
bit.
gotta
Thank
go.
you,
I'm gonna
gentlemen,
go.
for coming
Thank
up.
you. I appreciate it. I got to work
Yeah,
tomorrow.
absolutely. Malasa con sabor. It's always a
Cuídate.
pleasure. I'm
Mira, Edwin, un
Carlos.
placer, tú me entiendes.
You
I have a
know it,
fun with
brother.
you early tonight. Was
Yeah, man.
good.
We
You
ended
know,
the
was
show
a
off
tough
right,
night.
brother. That's right. Thank you for stopping by. Let me wrap up this show right here. So, fight fans, it has been an interesting show, to say the least. I love everybody's comments. I love the feedback. And you know, a lot of my brothers, my brethrens here are Puerto Ricans, and we suffered a loss, and it's okay. It's okay. In a way, it's not, and secretly, no, it's not okay. But we got to move on because we have a lot of boxing in front of us. And I made a promise that when I started this, I would not allow one boxing match to deter me from watching the sport I love. No, no. I'm not going to ride that heavy on one particular person because this kind of thing happens right here. You would be rocked. Um, that's why I'm able to keep reporting on everything. Yeah, we crack jokes, we take shots at other guys to minimize the damage, but no, that was bad moment, bro. Yeah, man. Our Gallo got rocked, bro. And that's what it is, man. Dalton Smith, man, you came in enemy's territory in New York City, bro, and fucking came out and rocked out, man, and walked off. And this is not the first time we lose to the UK out there. This is the second. I got nothing to say, So in that sense, we down bad to them. Let's call it what it is. We're not gonna shy away from it. But everybody, this is the sport we live in. This is what we signed up for, the wins and the losses. We didn't sign up just because, or if you did, you're only with the fighter because of the fact that he's winning. What happens through the bad times? Are you a real fan? Are you a real supporter of your fighter? And I encourage you to support your favorite fighter. I don't care who your favorite fighter is. I don't care if you love Tank Davis, Devin, everybody. Yo, I encourage you. Do not allow anyone to talk you away from the sport. Do not let anyone talk down to you about who you like as a boxer. That is you who you like, and you gotta respect it. Don't let no one take you away. So that's what I vowed. I vowed to continue uplifting the sport of boxing, talking about all its controversies, its wins, its losses, everything. I love the sport. My name is Edwin. I have been your host here at Round One Sports Talk. I hope you had an amazing time. You know what I mean? Do me a favor, do that solid, give me that one, hit that like button for me, smash the subscribe, become a Round One Sports Talk member. You know what I mean? Like my man, peace to God, my man, you're the best. Everybody in the chat, thank you. Have a blessed evening and